What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction video, and in this one we have, if India reconquers POK, how will West react? Now, before we jump into this video, I'm going in with a little insight so you guys don't think I'm going in blind. I was told POK stands for Pakistan Occupied Kashmir, and in the year 1947, Pakistan illegally occupied Indian territory, Kashmir. And so it sounds like India should have the right to reconquer it. But I know the West supported Pakistan. I know the U.S. from videos that I've seen supported Pakistan for a long time. So how do you guys think the West would react? Probably be hypocrites in some way or another, one form or another, probably. Before we jump in, though, if you guys happen to enjoy the video, don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you would like to support the channel by becoming a member, all you gotta do is hit that join button to receive your exclusive benefits. Let's dive right in.
If India carries out a military operation to take back POK, Pakistan Occupied Kashmir, what will be the reaction of the European Union, especially of America? The reaction will be that of anger, and they will take action. See,
Oh, wow.
Pakistan is a vital territory that is controlled by the West. It has been created artificially.
So it's still being controlled by the West. Okay, I thought back then the West was just supporting Pakistan, but no, it's a controlled territory by them
For certain geopolitical purposes, which are still being served. Let's take a look at the map. Yeah, sorry. Let me put that on on the screen. Here's the map. Here we are. So this nation was artificially created by the West, by the British, to cut India off from Central Asia. And because Jammu and Kashmir had acceded to India, they had to ensure that some parts of Jammu and Kashmir also went to Pakistan. And that's how we have been cut off temporarily for now from Afghanistan and Tajikistan and the rest of Central Asia.
Dang.
This was part of the great game, right? So if India takes back POK, India will regain access to Central Asia, which is not good from the eyes of the West, because it's going to create a whole domino effect. You know, essentially Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, all these nations are Russia's strategic backyard. It's part of Russia's exclusive zone of influence. Russia.
That's right. Look how gigantic Russia is, and then all these countries that are their strategic backyard is absolutely insane. Sheesh.
As routine military exercises with all these nations. So if India can access Afghanistan and Tajikistan, then the Russians can build, infrastructure through the region, and they can start accessing the warm waters of the Indian Ocean, which is something the Russians have for centuries wished to do, right?
Dang.
And obviously India will have to take more than POK back, because the Wakhan corridor is a very mountainous region. We'll need to take essentially northern Pakistan back, which needs to happen anyway. So that would be a disaster from the West, for the West, from their perspective. So if India today carries out a military operation, the West will impose sanctions on India. They will portray us as warmongers. In 1971, George H.W. Bush, the senior Bush, who was then was a senior official at the time, he called India a warmongering nation in 1971. I have seen an old copy of Time magazine or Newsweek or whatever, in which India was portrayed as a warmonger, in the words of George Bush, the senior George Bush.
Wow.
In 1971, when India was fighting a just war. It was we had gone to war for just causes. It was a war initiated by Pakistan, and still they were calling us warmongers. So if India initiates something,
it does make sense that they would be the ones to call you warmongers due to the reasons that they were supporting Pakistan. And so, of course, they're going to come at India and try to say it's India's fault this war is happening. When India had a right to be able to defend themselves, it was a just war that they were fighting. Of course, the West is going to take Pakistan's side because it's an area that they can control, and India is an area that they cannot. So with India, if they were to try to reconquer Kashmir, it sounds like the West wouldn't be happy. The West would impose sanctions. The West would take action against that, because it would not be beneficial to the West. It would actually hurt the West, and Russia being able to, I guess, set up infrastructure to be able to, I guess, access the Indian Ocean is what I believe he said. And Russia's been wanting to do that for a long time. And I'm sure that's the last thing that the West wants Russia to be able to do. However, India should be able to kind of reconquer their territory. How did Pakistan conquer it in the first place? At that point in time, was Pakistan stronger for them to be able to conquer Kashmir? I think I watched a video about how they conquered Kashmir or something related to the issue. But that's very interesting. I want to know, do you guys think there will ever be a time where India does go ahead and try to reconquer Kashmir? Or do you think they just leave it to Pakistan? What do you guys think?
Initiated by Pakistan, and still they were calling us warmongers. So if India initiates something, imagine what they will call us. They will most likely impose sanctions on India the way they have imposed on Russia. They may even send aircraft carrier strike groups, and who knows what they will do. So
Wow.
right now it is not the right time for this to happen. We need to ensure that we need to do this when the taking back of POK becomes inevitable. You don't do something when there is a high chance or a high probability of not succeeding. You
I
do
understand
something
that. I
when you
agree
are
with that.
certain of succeeding. That's when you do it. So we have to
Agreed.
engineer a
Agreed.
situation, a geopolitical situation, where we are so powerful that it is inevitable that we will take it. It should fall into our lap without us even fighting for it. That's what we need to do. The 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 mark of a true leader is that he or she wins without fighting, and nobody even realizes what happened.
Yeah.
That is the greatest victory, when you win
Agreed.
without
Agreed.
firing a single shot. So India has to maneuver itself into a position over the next decade or whatever, where it is inevitable that this happens. We don't want to carry out a military operation. It should come back to us on its own. So we have to rise to that status where the people of Pakistan, people of POK start clamoring and begging to be reintegrated with India. Of course, we don't want to reintegrate the whole of Pakistan right now. That may take another 50 or 100 years because of the extreme radicalization there. But POK in northern Pakistan is necessary. We need it back. Yeah, for geostrategic purposes, for geostrategic reasons. So right now is not the right time for this. In the future, things.
I completely agree, and I would love to hear if you guys agree or not. But I think yes, it's you try to take back something when it's inevitable that you're going to succeed. You don't try to take it back when the odds are against you. If the odds are against you, and you have no choice but to go for something. Then you have no choice. You got, but I think with something as important as this, you just kind of bide your time and you wait for the time to be inevitable, for you to be able to take it back with no fighting involved, right? Without having to fire a single shot. So I completely agree with Mr. Chavda. Just got to be patient and kind of wait until it becomes inevitable. But I think they should be able to take it back.
Things will change. This is a decade of very rapid change. We're going to see very rapid geopolitical changes in this decade, and we need to ensure that we rise economically and militarily over this decade. And I think by the time this decade is out, if we play our cards right, then this could become more or less inevitable. So that's what needs to happen. We don't need to jump the gun and do something which is hasty and ill advised, and when it's not the right time to do it. We need to be a little patient. It's not going to take a lot of time for us to retake POK and achieve our geopolitical objectives. And these are just causes. These are our territories. They have been our territories for 10,000 years. So it's not like we are stealing someone's territory and doing something wrong.
I completely understand. And it does sound like a just cause. Again, I would like to hear your thoughts on the situation. I agreed with what he said. I feel like it is a just cause that you guys should be able to reconquer your territory that was taken from you illegally. But just now wouldn't be the right time due to, I guess, the odds against your success. Just it wouldn't pan out more than likely the way you wanted to. Wait for it to become inevitable. As you can see, India's continuously rising, growing their economy. I've continuously seen videos about their military growing. Wait till it's inevitable, then you take it back, and then I guess we'll see where the world goes. That's all we got. Love to hear your thoughts. If you guys happen to enjoy, please don't forget to subscribe, get a video a thumbs up, and check out the next video. I'll see you guys next time.